Video editing is in a huge demand. I have seen video editors making more money than professional engineers and doctors. And the reason is creator economy is getting bigger and bigger and it's not going to stop soon. So if you are thinking of learning any skill as a side hustle or you want to change your career, there is no better skills than video editing right now. So in this video, I will share a roadmap that you can follow to become a successful freelance video editor. I have divided this video into 3 separate sections. In the first section, I will talk about how can you learn video editing. In the second section, I will share different ways to get clients and make some money. And in the third section, I will explain how can you grow your freelance video editing business. If you don't know anything about video editing, you need to watch the video from the start to the end. But if you are already familiar with video editing but are struggling to find clients, then start watching from the second section. You can find the timestamps over here. And if you have clients but are struggling to grow your business, then start watching from the third section. Before you can make any money as a freelance video editor, you first need to learn video editing, of course. And before you start learning, you need to decide which video editing software you want to learn. There are a lot of professional video editing softwares out there like Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro. And no, CapCut is not a professional software. Out of all these options, I would recommend starting with Premiere Pro. It's a professional grade software, but it is also beginner friendly compared to other options, making it easier to learn and keeping you motivated as you improve your skills. DaVinci Resolve is also a powerful video editing software, but it is a bit more complex and harder to learn, especially for beginners. So I suggest starting with Premiere Pro first. Once you get comfortable with the basics of video editing, then you can move on to DaVinci Resolve to explore its advanced features, especially the color grading. Now the next question is, from where you can learn the video editing? Basically, you have 3 options here. You can start learning with the paid courses. The good thing about paid courses is that you learn in an orderly manner and you don't have to waste time on figuring out what to learn and searching for the right tutorial. However, the downside is that you have to pay money. Your next option is the free courses available on YouTube. The good thing is that they are free and you learn in the right order as you do in the paid courses. But the bad thing is that you have to search and find the good course because not all the courses available on YouTube are as high quality as the paid ones. However, that doesn't mean they are bad. You just have to spend some time finding the best one. But the problem with these 2 options is that they only offer one-way communication, meaning you cannot ask questions like you would in any physical class. So if you want to learn directly from a teacher in a physical environment where you can ask questions and interact with other learners, then you should consider joining any video editing academy in your area. The good thing is that it is very interactive, but the downside is that it can be very expensive and you have to stick to their schedule. With online learning, you can learn at your own pace, but with physical classes, you must be available as per their timings. But I know most people would prefer learning from YouTube, so I have put together a document with the list of tutorials you should search and watch, preferably in this order, so that you can understand the basics of video editing. You can find this document in the description below. Now that you have understood the basics of editing, it's time to improve your speed. Freelancing is all about efficiency. The faster you edit, the more money you can make. Plus, clients love it when you deliver their work before the deadline. Here are some suggestions that will help you to speed up your editing. The first one is by learning the keyboard shortcuts in Premiere Pro. Mastering keyboard shortcuts in Premiere Pro can significantly speed up your workflow. I have put together a document with essential keyboard shortcuts which you can find in the description below. You can of course customize these keyboard shortcuts as you like. Next, instead of doing repetitive things manually, invest in plugins and templates that automate certain processes. I have also listed some of the good Premiere Pro plugins that you can check out in the description below. If you have some money to invest, getting a better laptop or PC will help you to edit 4K videos or even 10-bit footage smoothly. A powerful system means less lag, faster rendering, and overall better editing experience. By focusing on these things, you will work faster, earn more, and keep your clients happy. Now that you have picked your video editing software, understood the basics, and improved your speed, it's time to specialize. A big mistake beginners make is trying to edit everything. While that might seem like a good idea, it actually makes it harder to attract high-paying clients. Instead, choosing a niche will help you to stand out and become an expert in a specific type of editing. If you enjoy the type of content you edit, you will naturally get better and work faster. On the other hand, if you try to do everything, you will be jack of all trades but master of none. And in a competitive field like video editing, being great at one thing is way better than being average at so many. So if you love fast-paced, high-energy edits, short-form videos like TikTok videos, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts would be a great choice for you. But if you prefer storytelling and cinematic editing, long-form YouTube videos or documentaries might suit you better. To research market demand, check platforms like Fiverr and Upwork and have a look at their job posting to see which video editing styles are high in demand. Once you pick your niche, commit to master it and it will help you to become better at what you do and attract high paying clients. Now that you have become reasonably good video editor, it's time to make some money. And to make money, you need clients. Remember one thing, at this stage, the first few clients will be the hardest to come by. So be very patient. Now let's talk about how you can get some clients. First of all, offer your services for free. Join Facebook groups about video editing and start offering your work for free in return of testimonials. You can also message successful video editors on Fiverr and ask them if they need any beginner video editor for any basic video editing orders. And the reason you need to offer your work for free in the beginning is that many clients hesitate to hire beginners because they are not sure about their skills. But if you are confident that you can handle any project, go for pay only if satisfied model. With this approach, you will edit the video first and if the client is happy with the results, they pay you. If not, they can move on with no strings attached. This removes any risk for the clients and make them more likely to give you a chance. You may feel like you are being ripped off, but it's okay. It happens and you need to stick to the plan. Once you prove your skills and build trust, you can start charging upfront without needing these guarantees. Also, start building your portfolio as you get some clients. Once you have few clients and basic portfolio, you can start charging for your work. However, in the beginning, the only way to compete with the rest of the freelancers is through pricing, because your skill level will likely be beginner or mid-level. That's why you have to offer rates lower than market average so that you can attract clients quickly. This makes it easier to get consistent work, build relationship with clients, and gain actual editing experience. As you improve and gain more confidence, you can increase your prices. With time, the quality of your editing will justify the high rates, and then you can start charging good money. Another way to attract clients organically is by putting your work out there on social media. I know it feels embarrassing to post your work on social media to get some clients, but remember, embarrassment is the cost of entry. If people don't know about what you offer, then it doesn't matter how great your editing skills are. Platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube are great for showcasing your editing skills. Post short clips of your edits, before and after comparisons, or time-lapse videos of your editing process. Introduce yourself as a freelance video editor and talk about the type of videos you edit. Over time, this builds credibility and visibility, making it easier for the potential clients to find and reach out to you for work. Once you are confident in your editing skills and can handle projects professionally, it's time to set up your profiles on freelancing platforms like Fiverr and Upwork. You can find a lot of good tutorials on YouTube on how you can set up your freelancing profiles on these platforms to get maximum reach. In the beginning, offer low rates and get a lot of good reviews. This will help you to get more organic reach and clients. Over time, these platforms can become steady source of clients if managed correctly. Aside from Fiverr and Upwork, cold DMs and cold emails are another effective way to land clients directly. Although the conversion is very low, but the good thing is that you can charge a lot more than what you charge on Fiverr and Upwork. Plus, you don't have to pay platform fees. This is a long topic and I don't want to go into the details here, otherwise this video will be very long. But out of all the methods to get clients, building a personal brand is by far the most powerful way to attract high paying clients. A strong personal brand positions you as an authority in your niche, making clients come to you instead you chasing them. Share your knowledge, showcase your editing process, and provide value through content on platforms like YouTube, LinkedIn, X, or Instagram. Over time, this builds trust and credibility, leading to organic client inquiries and long-term relationships. For the next 2-3 years, focus on consistently getting clients, improving your editing skills, and earning money. As you gain more experience, take on more challenging projects to push your limits and refine your editing. Invest a portion of your earning into upgrading your hardware. Get a faster laptop, a high quality monitor, a better keyboard, or even additional storage to handle large projects efficiently. At this stage, you should also start thinking about scaling your freelance business. Can you take on bigger clients? Should you start outsourcing some of your work to increase capacity? At this stage, you have two options for growing your freelance video editing business. Either become an artist or become a businessman. Each path requires completely different mindset, though some skills may overlap. If you choose to become an artist, your focus should be on mastering video editing at the deepest level. This means going beyond just knowing the software. You need to understand the psychology of storytelling, color theory, pacing, how to hook the audience, and how to evoke the right emotion through editing and music. By continuously refining your editing, you can position yourself as a top tier video editor and charge premium rates for your work. With this level of expertise, you can land high-end jobs at film studios, work in post-production houses, or even become go-to video editor for major YouTubers like Mr. Beast. However, this path requires years of dedication to master your craft. You will have to constantly evolve and push your creative limits. If you enjoy the art of editing and want to be recognized as the master of your field, then this is the right path for you. But if you don't want to spend years on becoming a deep expert in editing, you can take the business route. Instead of focusing only on your video editing, you will focus on learning how to sell your editing services at scale. This means developing skills in marketing, sales, client management, team management, communication, persuasion, outsourcing, and lot more. To grow your business, you will need to systemize your workflow and hire a team so you are not the one doing all the editing. Your role will shift from being a video editor to managing projects, closing deals, and ensuring high quality results through your team. The goal here is to generate consistent income without being tied to editing every single video yourself. This path requires a completely different mindset. You have to think like a business owner rather than a creative professional. If done correctly, you can build your own creative agency, scale to multiple clients, and create a system that generates revenue even when you are not actively working. So the big question is, how do you know which path is good for you? The answer is very simple. If you are getting a lot of clients but they are low paying clients and it's becoming difficult to manage everything, then your work is likely something that can be outsourced. In this case, business path is the right choice for you. You should focus on building a team and scaling your work rather than doing everything yourself. On the other hand, if you have high paying clients who value your unique editing style and the videos you edit requires high level of expertise and cannot be easily outsourced, then the artist path is the right choice for you. This means mastering your craft and becoming one of the best in your niche. Let me know in the comments below at which stage you are and what kind of problems you are facing. If you want to know why starting your personal brand is essential for you, then click on this video. And thank you so much for sticking around till the end. See you in the next one.